Okay, cool. This camera's still a little new to me. So my last video, I knew the audio was going to be bad automatically. I said it to myself in the video. I was like, oh, I'm using a new mic, using the camera audio. It was terrible. And the reason why, right when I replayed the video with the audio, I saw in the video, I didn't even have to press play, the microphone was backwards. I saw this logo here when I was talking, and automatically I knew. I was like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, the audio is going to be terrible. And it was. And I'm an audio student right now. Well, technically, I'm a broadcast television student, but whatever. They deal with audio, right? And I pride myself on being an audio guy, right? I know how to set up audio. I know how to set it all up. I know what to do. But this one's going to be better. The mic is facing me. It's not too close to my face, so I'm not getting those really hard T's and P's and stuff like that. But yeah, but that's not my focus on this video. My focus, well, what I wanted to bring up was something interesting that I thought to myself. So an article was suggested to me on Google's like homepage thing that they just give you. Actually use Firefox, but I have a Google homepage thing where they just give you a bunch of articles and things like that. And an article was suggested to me that was interesting to me, and it was, I have it on my phone. Well, the original article is how starting a collection can help your brain, right? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. As someone who collects comic books, I have a lot of comic books. And I was like, okay, how can a collection help your brain? And it was very interesting to me. And I wanted to talk about it. So this isn't the article. These are the main notes of the article that I wanted to touch on and talk about that I thought was pretty interesting to me. Well, number one, this one doesn't apply to me, even though I do have a collection. It builds organizational skills and improves organizational thinking, right? Now, are my organizational skills any better? I've been buying, collecting comic books for a long time. I am disorganized as fuck. That is not true. Yeah. I mean, that is true. It might be for some people, not for me. I am very disorganized. I don't know. It might be ADHD. I'm not sure. A lot of people say it's like ADHD makes you very disorganized and late for everything. Even though I pride myself, I'm not late for everything, but I'm literally right on time for everything. To be fair, I have been late for a lot of things. But important stuff, I'm always right on time. Even though I'm disheveled, I may be disheveled. I may have lost some sleep because I was up thinking about, you ever get this? You ever think about, like, you have an appointment later in the day, right? And you're like, you can't even get things done because you're thinking about the damn appointment. But whatever. That doesn't apply to me, right? But I thought it was interesting that it applies to other people, apparently, who have a collection, right? Enhances pattern recognition. Now, this is interesting because I'm an observant person, I would say, right? I'm not like super out there, outgoing. I mean, I'm kind of outgoing, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I want to be, that's not me being like I just did some coke and my nose just itches. If I keep doing this, it's because I don't want to pick my nose on camera. So yeah. But I'm not super outgoing, right? So I have been someone to people watch, People watching is a pretty easy thing for me to do. And I do recognize patterns and things in the way people talk and the way, I've actually predicted things and having people do things in my life that have come true. I've told my brother this. Oh, this person's going to do this, or just watching people. I can kind of sometimes, like in a scary way, predict what people are going to do by just watching them walk. It's pretty funny. I have actually so that one, yes, I've gotten pretty close to like scary almost, being like, how did I know that was going to happen? I don't know one believes me when I say it to myself. I'd be like, that person's going to do that. And they do it sometimes. Or you ever have this, two people are walking, or you're in a group of people, someone's walking, and you're like, I think they're going to go up to that person. and it happens, that's almost like scary. Like, how did you know? You look at the eyes, you kind of look. So that's interesting. And I definitely think that. But what the article actually says about it is you tend to become more cognizant of details in the things you collect, which can make you a better finder and seeker in general. Objects and their features that might have been lost in the background before you became a collector will stand out, bridging the gap between unknown and known. As a boy, I had then he goes into his own thing, but that's interesting. So you start seeing the minute things in the things you're collecting, whether it be toys, comic books, or whatever. So that's interesting, and I do believe that. I've I focus very much on art styles and similarities and stuff like that. And even writing, I've been, even with different writers on comic books, I've seen similarities. So I think that is true, But also, like I said, you bring it into real life. That's also true too. So, yeah. Awakens a desire for knowledge. Okay. Just realizing how much information is out there on any subject can give you a greater thirst for learning itself. Knowing a lot about any one thing provides a reassuring sense of command in that subject, which is both useful and great for self-esteem. How high is my self-esteem? I don't really know. That's to be determined. I don't know. But I will say the rest is true. That's a good one. I think the rest is true because I do. Now here's the thing. What knowledge in what? You know what I mean? In what subject? Because if you say knowledge with math, is my quest for knowledge for math gone up? No, not at all. I fucking hate math. Has my quest for knowledge for something else come up that is useful in life? No. But my quest for knowledge on specific things for sure I think has gone up since a kid. Really getting into years movies were made, just useless stuff about comic books, when this was why this was made. So seeking out knowledge of individual subjects that sound useless to everybody else, that's for sure true. So yeah, my awaken a desire for knowledge, I think, is a true thing that comes with collecting. Maybe, who knows what it comes with. Would I be the same way, even with the details one, like finding minute details, would I be the same way without a collection? I don't know. But I started it and I am this way, so you can't tell me shit, you know what I mean? But that peaked the mic just now. My breath. Only for a second, it should be okay. Inspires creativity. That's just me as a whole. I'm just a creative person. I'm creative in every aspect. Okay, I learned Photoshop. Learned Photoshop. If you just saw the ad of a dog, that was, I guess I could show the camera on my phone. Nothing important is on it, but that was a weird dog photo that came up, and it's like a weird ad. I'm not looking at a weird picture of a dog, but I am creative. I'm not even gonna lie. I make music. I do Photoshop. My brain is just all over the place, but I would say it's mostly all over the place in creative ways, right? Again, nothing useful, nothing that's made me money yet, but that's okay. But yeah, I would say I'm creative in useless shit. In useless, anything pointless or useless. They can't do anything in life. You can't really make money. Or I guess I haven't tried. You can make money off of Photoshop. You can make money with music. I have tried. I don't know. Maybe I do too many things. But yes, I would say that it does inspire creativity for sure. Artists and writers often collect. I started making music before I started collecting comic books. That loud bump was my phone on the thing. Yeah, wow. Artists and writers often collect things that they find either visually stimulating or trigger feelings of connection between different elements. The simple forms in the artwork of Spanish art Juan Miro, for example, were influenced by objects he picked up and saved during walks, including stones, driftwood, and seashells. Yeah. Interesting. According to creativity researcher Shelley Carson, PhD. Okay. Oh, someone with a PhD said it's true, so you should think it's true. Okay. But yeah, I think that is true. I think that is true. It definitely inspires creativity. And the people I've met who also collect comic books, the few, I don't like talking to people. It's too weird. I like talking to people. It's okay. I basically just do this. Just go on topic, off topic. And whoever I'm talking to usually just stares at me. And I just keep going. Then I walk away. That's usually how the conversation ends. Women too. Just walk away. Don't know how to continue. Also, but you know what? Honestly, it's other people's fault. Okay? If I'm talking to you and I switch from subject to subject, pick a subject and then respond to me. Don't just stare at me blankly like, maybe it's me. I feel like every time I talk to people, though, they're just fucking weird. Maybe I'm weird. But no, I think it's other people. Fosters social connections. It's funny, I brought that up. Finding others with a common interest can provide an instant icebreaker as well as an opportunity to share a passionate interest. Great friendships often sprout from common ground. Yeah. I need to find some common ground with somebody. Get some friendships going. And here's the last one. There was only 8 of them. And may pave a way to a career. Now, that's very true. I just haven't tried to make a career out of comic books. Like, the only thing I would do in that career-wise would be to create comic book, would be to write comic books. I'm not a good artist, but I would say I'm a semi-decent writer. I've read a few scripts for school already. Yeah. So I would say if you try, definitely you could get a career out of this might be the last video I ever look in the viewfinder or not. I forget if the last video I was like, oh fuck, I remember if it was like I kept looking out for if it was weird. I was looking in the viewfinder or the actual camera, but whatever. Yeah, I think I would say yes, it does create. If you try, you could honestly just create a collection out of. There's a YouTuber I watch, Uncle something. Damn, what's his name? Uncle something. But his whole YouTube channel is about collecting. So you could just straight up do that. But I don't think that's what the article is. I think the article is more about you turning that Uncle Roger, yeah, rant. No, not Uncle Roger. What the fuck? No, that's the Asian dude who cooks food. Who, by the way, Uncle Roger, if any of you know him, is 100% down with all the bad shit China does and is not really a good person. Okay, he's like very complicit with the Chinese government, and yeah, not very cool. And I'm talking about like all aspects of like, you know, all the things they're hiding, all the lies they tell in their government, all the Uyghurs that they just have. But whatever, that's so not what we're talking about. But here, let me look it up. But the point is, yeah, I think it can make a career. Oh my God. Here we go. This is going to come up right now. Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. Thank you. It's funny because I subscribed to him, and the video that first came up has a red bar, and I did watch it. Can't remember his name. I think I watched it yesterday. So the point is, collecting can save your goddamn life. Start a collection and live for longer. And also, what the other article stated too was the starting a collection can help you reminisce on old times and bring up feelings of what's the word for when you remember nostalgia, when you're nostalgic for something. When you look at an old collection or something you collected and it was something you collected for a while ago versus a newer one, you'll remember that time in your life and you'll become a little nostalgic. So it creates nostalgia also, and that's true. I look at some of my old comic books. I remember all the way back to some my dad gave me, so definitely. But yeah, starting a collection could save your life. Start a collection. That's all I have. How loud? How loud was that snap? Yeah, that's all I got. Should I leave in the stuff about Uncle Roger? I guess people don't care. I think Americans don't care, but they should. Just like all those YouTubers that go to what's that place called? The really rich place in Saudi Arabia. What is that place called? Oh, damn. Where they build a bunch of islands. Oh, fuck. What's that place called? Well, the whole point is, if you ever see a YouTuber in, like, the Arab Emirates, right? That place. Damn, I'm trying to really... If you ever see them, they usually put it under their videos, but they're paid by the Arab, like, government to basically say nice things because of all the atrocities they do with, like, and how terrible they treat women. They lawfully treat women terribly. It's horrible. So if you ever see a video of, like, them YouTubers like going to the Burj Khalifa or something like that, or the world's deepest pool. Okay, now that I said that, I literally have to look it up. But yeah, the world's deepest pool, and there are a couple other attractions too. The other attraction is a lot of YouTubers. Yes Theory, if you guys know Yes Theory. Oh my God, Yes Theory. Not annoying, and they don't stand by what they say. Yes Theory is like these people who are like, oh, the world is like, they try to say yes to everything. They try to find the good aspects of everything, but they lie and they don't stand on their morals, right? Yeah, I'm about to come up right now. Dubai. If you ever see a YouTuber in Dubai, just know they're getting paid by the government to say nice shit about them. Unless it's a YouTuber that like lives in Dubai and is like always there, maybe not. But American YouTubers like Yes Theory, just shit on their own morals, go to Dubai and get paid by the government to say nice shit about them, even though an island over, they're literally like slaves working for them. It's terrible. Never trust a YouTuber in Never trust an American YouTuber in Dubai. Okay, he's getting paid by the goddamn government. It's fucked up, and don't let him trick you. That's a good way to end this video. That's a good way to end the video. Hopefully no one gets to this point. Right? And you guys all just think I made a video about a collection, and then you turned it off halfway through, and you didn't hear anything about the atrocities that the Arab country, Emirates is a place, right? Don't listen to anything I say. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. All right. Jesus.